we have the King of Blades. That is definitely the King of Swords, right? And that's Cain. Seven of Pentacles, that's Ketch from the British Men of Letters. Oh, wow, this is going to be very interesting. What was this? Ketch is Seven of Pentacles, the work of the Men of Letters. Eventually, Sam and Dean moved from hunters to Men of Letters, right? They even host a scribe of God, Kevin. I don't know why, but I don't remember seeing Kevin in the cards. Maybe he is. We have the Six of Pentacles here. Okay, so we're going to get the Pentacles. I assume. No, Queen of Blades. King and Queen of Blades. People, we had the same one in the previous video that I did. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. We have the Queen of Cups. So we have the Queen of Pentacles here now. King of Pentacles. Yeah, King and Queen of Pentacles. So we have two kings and two queens. Out of all the cards here, we have Cass. Ten of Wands. The duty, the responsibility. Oh, Angel Army. Oh, oh my God. Obviously, Chuck. Wait, that's the Magician. Okay, so we have Ketch, we have, I forgot her name, but we have Cass and Crowley and Chuck. Chuck is God. We have the Angel, the Demon King, the first Demon King and God, and then the British Men of Letters, and we have Abaddon, the Queen of Hell, the Knight. Oh no, that's not Abaddon. Sorry, that is not Abaddon. I'm gonna have to check. It's very difficult to tell. That's not Abaddon. Abaddon is Queen of Blades. No, not the Queen of Blades. Queen of something. Oh, that could be Abaddon. Okay, the Queen of Blades. I'm just going to check through the guidebook. This reading is for fun, so please bear with me. Let's see, Seven of Pentacles. Look at the synchronicity. The first page I get to, Seven of Pentacles. This reading is meant to be, guys, stick around. Stick around. This is not for just for the TV show. Yeah, it is because of the TV show that we have these cards, but please, Arthur Ketch is an expert, if psychopathic, assassin whose illustrious position in the British Men of Letters is due to a long history of achieving hard results in his brutal work. He's a man who keeps his eye on the long game, even when it comes to planning for his own death. The Seven of Pentacles, pentagrams, is a reminder to remember the long game. Don't focus on getting instant results. Instead, work hard to set yourself up for success. Well, that's definitely Ketch's message. Then we have, let's see, what was the next one? Six of Pentacles. Right. Balance, Six of Pentagrams, sorry. Balance and flow are the themes of the Six of Pentagrams tarot card. It indicates the exchange of wealth, reminding you to be charitable when you are in a position of abundance. Conversely, the Six of Pentagrams reminds you it's okay to ask for and accept help when you need it. Okay, so Ketch has so the Seven of Pentacles, long game. So check what you invest in, okay? And the 7 and 6 of Pentacles coming in together, and the way it has been put in the guidebook, it's just basically asking me to tell you, the viewer, that you need to now, in the long run, understand that you're going to need to learn how to ask for help, right? Everything in moderation, everything in balance. We need to learn moderation and balance. We need to work with life, the life scenario that's been given to us, not against it. You better be, if you want to be like that expert, though Ketch is one of the perfectionist characters in the story who actually maintained their basic method, basic style all throughout. Okay, extremely resourceful, extremely advanced intellectually, and apparently the intention was to outlast, and they all worked together. Their network was very strong, so outlast a certain scenario or calamity for the collective, their collective of the men of letters, British and or American, right? Basically the collective, the team of the men of letters, and they helped each other and assisted each other quite a bit. The main point was that, and he always looked at it from that perspective. We have let's check Queen of Blades. I promise you, I'm not just like enjoying looking through the book on my own. I'm looking for the card. 9 of Blades, 10 of Blades, King of Goblets, Suit of Goblets. Okay, so it's arranged. They do the suit cards before. That is the this is not Abaddon. This is somebody else. Queen of Blades. Why don't we read the King of Blades and the Queen of Blades together? First, I'll read the Queen of Blades. High-ranking angel, Naomi. Yes, look at that. I forgot her name as well. Is a ruthless, complicated leader who, according to Castiel, fiercely cares about the safety and well-being of the souls in her charge, despite her unquestionably brutal method. So 2 brutal characters from the story, like they're really brutal. There is so much kindness within Crowley, but you do not see that kindness reflected here in these 2 characters, in even Chuck, right? Sometimes Castiel can also be very cold, but I feel there is the softness that has been brought to this spread is through Cain and Crowley, okay? Through Cain and Crowley much more than the other characters. I need to look at who this character is. If it's, I don't know. Wait, let me go through. Okay, so the Queen of Blades represents an intelligent, independent, protective figure. This tarot card advises you to be brave and unwavering in the pursuit of what you want. Stand your ground, muster your confidence, and know your worth. She knows what she's been told to do very clearly. So she has instructions, whereas Ketch has to take his own decisions and at the back of his mind know that it is for the men of letters. So as an angel, they have angel radio and they're continuously being instructed, and they are somehow connected to Chuck, that is God, and they know they have a set of instructions, but it is very difficult for a human being to develop all of that through intelligence. And it's with the British men of letters, they have really mastered technology. Okay, so in heaven, that's why Naomi gets to be the leader in heaven when the shit has hit the fan, when everything is falling with the empty and everything. Naomi gets, when the angels fall, etc., Naomi gets that because she Queen of Blades is supreme intelligence, being able to harness that intelligence, right? So they said there's something about intelligence that we have being undermining or ignoring for a very long time. Okay, in actually restoring balance and harmony and youthfulness, resourcefulness. Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, we have been ignoring how much intelligence is going to play a role in getting us that material world stability that we are requiring in our life. It's very sad. I mean, to me it's a little surprising and shocking, and it's completely many of you might not be able to relate to why is it that people are ignoring higher intelligence. Okay, when it comes to matter of earthly things, everything can be solved by logic here. That is a plus point, right? Even though we're going through a supernatural set of tarot cards, we are being shown the importance of earthly intelligence. Human intelligence can bring and restore harmony and balance. What do we have here? Okay, we were going to read the King of Blades, right? That is Cain. Notoriously killed his brother Abel with the first blade and became one of the most feared and legendary demons ever known. The King of Blades represents a powerful figure who gained a strong reputation through his actions over time. This tarot card advises you to lead with intellect and logic and to rely on the knowledge and skill you've acquired over the years to bring you success. You have been given the knowledge of whatever you're going to require to move forward and you build your life up above. We are not saying like sit down with your mathematic textbooks and do advanced calculus, but practicing intelligence. This is an activity of practicing intelligence, trying to exercise your mind, exercise your logic. Look at the symbology. Remember what you can from the show. The basic symbology of tarot, the basic meaning of tarot, the permutation and combination. The message can be simplified, but if you actually apply it in your day-to-day situation, it can literally invigorate, amplify the quality of your life. Okay, it will really help. And King of Blades, again, like the King of Swords, unbiased. You got to do the activity at hand. Okay, you've got to do the activity at hand. Cain, in Supernatural, the story is looked at it from the angle where he was trying to save his brother. Okay, and he took up the role of being the first demon king, the first murderer of humanity. That is the perspective the show shows Cain's story, and he's shown as he's shown as a gentle soul, despite of being a very fierce demon. So that is a kind of strength intelligence can bring you in the moment. Okay, in the moment. We're reading the Queen of Pentagrams next. King and Queen of Pentagrams next. First we shall read, the Queen of Pentagrams, like entrepreneurial fallen angel Anael, is a business savvy opportunist who appreciates the finer things in life. Anael turns her powers into profits by becoming a faith healer. The Queen of Pentagrams tarot card advises you to embrace your inner pragmatism and to create abundance in your life. I think it is very, very important that you'll check your finances, consult or actually get financial modeling books, like financial reports, basic accountancy books, and teach yourself. It is so important. It is so important. That message is coming out very, very, very strongly. You need to take stock. You need to have your Excel sheets, even if it is not accounting. Just get out Excel sheets, start making some sort of basic reports, like comparative reports of whatever it is. I'm seeing somebody who's going to get a lot of information, and if you are not in the habit of putting things together in a clear format, if you haven't actually developed a note taking or a journaling or diary writing, maintaining your books, your own personal one, right? There is some sort of skill that, like how this angel, she falls and she makes use of her abilities to be start a faith healing business. All spiritual businesses, including tarot readers, we are all going to be asked, we are not asked, we're all going to have to make this very pragmatic, very practically accessible. We can't leave it up in the air. We can't do that anymore. Even though right now at this moment it's still all up in the air. It's all up in the air. There are tarot readers who've been doing tarot reading online for many, many years. There are new people who have come in. The reason why tarot readers and spiritual advisors are coming in. Spiritual advisors don't have to be the ones who have reached a stage of borderline sainthood or sagehood. It's not that. Spiritual advisors are people who are consulting with the spirit of the matter, the core of the matter, the source of the matter. Spirit, is it bringing your energy levels high, low, where are they going, what is it? Spiritual consultancy, it doesn't have to always mean that we are consulting some sort of spiritual entity. This doesn't have to be occult always. More often than not, we have to boil it down to very earthly 3D things. Okay, spirit guidance, occult, all of these things are very, very real. But now we have evolved into the stage where they can actually be very real. They don't have to be obscure. A big chunk of occult sciences are going to become natural, normal, popular science. Okay. So when something becomes popular science, well, the technology that we're using right now, look at this, like, I have, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 screens next to me, 2 laptops, iPad, telephone, and like just about 4 years ago, somebody would have told me to be very, very careful. Somebody might steal if you announce it like that. But all of this is very common now. It is so common. A few years ago, this was like military grade equipment, which is now available in every household. And I'm sure it's going to be 10 times or 20 times more advanced than what I have going on here, right? Okay, but I'm thinking about it from a business perspective. I am still in the investment stage. I have to keep my expenses low. My requirements are low. I'm going to only feed what I require to create these videos and keep them natural, okay? And supernatural. And have fun with it so just like witchcraft, supernatural, these stories needed to be normalized, right? These subjects, when they started getting normalized, they became mainstream. Earlier, these things were not mainstream. With books like Harry Potter, show like Supernatural, then we have Vampire Diaries, Twilight. These TV shows, movies, books, they opened us up to the world of the supernatural in a very mainstream way. Earlier, these stories were just labeled horror, and it remained material for people who liked to watch that, a very niche viewership. But around the early 2005, I think, obviously Harry Potter way before that, right? But around 2005, when 2005, that's when Supernatural came about. There were so many other shows which only had niche viewership. They came about. They did not know that, like, the budget for Twilight was so low. The first movie was so low, right? They were shooting on location. They had no green screens whatsoever. They didn't even have green screens. That wasn't even advanced technology when they were shooting Twilight. But the budget was so low. And then even Supernatural, like, the budget was low. They were working overtime. The technology wasn't that advanced, but it was like, we did not know that we would need this technology yet, to actually record and tell the story on television, right? But then it evolves, it becomes more mainstream, then that technology is developed, and here we are today in 2023. After 2 years, it will be 20 years since the first episode of Supernatural released, right? We'll be celebrating 20 years of Supernatural, honestly. So what I'm trying to say, that today I'm using tarot cards to tell a portion of the story. I'm going to bring about these characters on the screen for you to see. There are messages going to come in. They're going to help you. So this is becoming mainstream. Creating your own videos, telling your own story in a very, very different way. When I do a tarot reading, it reminds me of certain incidences that have happened in my life, right? I'm contemplating, I'm thinking about it, I'm drawing from my own personal experiences, because that makes it more genuine and authentic and real. So this is actually becoming a very material, actual, practical thing in my life. I'm not just doing it because I want to. It's just a fancy. It's something that I fancy. It's something I really, really want to pursue. I want to do a tarot reading a day, make this process more efficient, make it more, have a plan. Right now I'm just winging it, right? I'm winging it. So, but right now you all might be winging it. You all might not know what's going to come in the future of this. So but I am a qualified chartered accountant. I have audited a large company and small businesses as well. So I trained myself in the highest qualification that you can get in commerce. Okay? So I knew I was going to need it, because you cannot, the lot of us, the collective of us, are going to be doing things that are not currently mainstream, that are extremely obscure and occult. We need investigators like Sam and Dean. We are going to be dealing with these archetypes. We're going to be dealing with angels who have fallen to earth, who cannot do anything else but go around healing people with the celestial grace that they have within them. Okay, we're going to be dealing with characters like Ketch. We're going to be dealing with the archetype of Naomi, the angel in heaven, who is managing all the souls, who's managing heaven. I want to really fix that bat that's dangling off. It's fallen off, but it's okay. Anyway, interactive wall decor background. And then we're going to be dealing with, definitely, if you think you're not dealing with Castiel Crowley and God and Cain already, the energy of Cain, the impact of these archetypes, then I don't think tarot readings are something that if you're conflicted, then you might as well take a step back from spiritual advice or tarot reading, metaphysical advice, and actually see what it is that you require to do in your material world life, like your priority. Go back to square one and check your books, check your understanding, your ability to budget your life, to prioritize your finances. Has it become second nature? When somebody gets the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, it should be completely second nature to you. You cannot be struggling with money, even if it is not exactly what the standards are for a luxurious life. You feel, to categorize yourself as a success story, or entrepreneur, best businessman, or best employee. If you think you do not have that sort of income or salary coming in, it does not matter. It's irrelevant. You should be able to make it work. If you are struggling to make it work, if you are missing out too many, you're slipping up. If you're slipping up way too often, it's like, okay, I did not know that I would run short of £5 or $5. It's not a very big amount, but you're continuously running short of fivers. Of course, if you borrow it from someone and you return it back on time, that is not that. You do return it back. You have a moral compass. You are ethical. All of that is great, but that's a slip up. You should have been able to manage in the 5. I'm not talking about like, okay, you suddenly have an extra expense and that makes you run short of $5, pounds, rupees, wherever you're from, right? Your currency units. I'm talking about your life, your day-to-day life, and you suddenly run out of you're needing to spend $5, pounds extra, a $5 extra, and if it is happening repeatedly, that means there is something that you are not paying attention to in your personal life, in your practical material 3D plane life. So in that case, this reading is saying that you have this spirit team working around you. You are to focus on restoring some sort of balance here. So if you owe somebody, or if somebody owes you, it's time to clear that out, to bring it into balance, to close that account, to bring it into balance. This could also speak about karmic balance. What I love about this deck is that we have the God card. We have the Devil card, but we have a God card, okay? And in our first reading, we have the God card. So because of supernatural tarot cards, every time I see the Magician card in any other deck, I'm going to know, okay, this is the God card. Make a choice to be led by the ultimate manifestation power. So you are not manifesting material world resources. You're not manifesting the ability to balance out or to have a harmonious material world resource input and output. You cannot live a life without having spent anything or without having received anything. You're going to receive and you're going to spend. How you do it, how you're required to conduct your material world life is up to you, right? And you have this help. You have examples in your life. You are seeing people actually being resourceful, using higher intelligence, even though you cannot relate your life to these characters, but they are so resourceful. Do you think that these are the kind of people who are going to sit around and say, oh my God, I don't have a fiver? It doesn't come up with them. So you are going to be shown people who can be an example for you. And with the King of Blades, like the swords, the King of Swords, this level of intelligence is what you have already reached once before. All right, you've already reached one. This level of intelligence does not bother about, or does not have to bother about, making ends meet. Does not have to struggle with receiving what is owed to them. So receiving, calling in, manifesting, it has become not only second nature, it has been mastered. Receiving money, receiving the money that you're supposed to receive. These are all very financially very lucrative characters, apart from Castiel, but that is what is with Castiel, the 10 of Wands, right? 10 of Bones, I'm guessing it's Wands. So he does not fall in the category of material world resources. He doesn't need to eat. He doesn't need to live in it. When he lost his grace, he took up a job and he just did it well. And he was taken care of. Even without his grace, even without that, he has been able to live. Why? Because when you were in this zone, you were able to live a decent life because of your intelligence. There is something that you have already mastered in the 3D material life when it comes to finances and money. You are being asked to put that into the forefront. That should be the main feature of your life. Let's read the King of Pentacles. Crowley is a slick, power-hungry demon who's always game for a striking good deal. Okay. The King of Pentagrams is a shrewd, business-savvy figure who builds a lasting, secure, abundant empire. This tarot card advises you to consider the long-term impact of your decisions and to focus on setting yourself up for future success. whatever you are doing right now, it's going to be long term. It's going to be a part of your life till the end. It's going to feed you. You do no longer need to think about it. If you've been thinking, what is it that I'm supposed to do, you're doing that right now. You're actually doing that right now. Whatever business, whatever job, wherever you are, is more suitable. This is confirmation. You can make this work. Whatever challenges and difficulties, opposition you're facing right now, it's literally irrelevant. You can just flick it away like a fly, all right, and ignore it completely. This is where you're meant to shine. Take this as a confirmation. Stick with it is what I'm getting. Stick with it, because if you leave this, you are going to be rerouted back to this so fast. You're gonna get whiplash, right? Okay, let's move on to Cass and Chuck. Or 10 of I want to read Cass first, because it's closer. 10 of Bones. After helping the Winchesters prevent the apocalypse, Castiel finds himself in the precarious position of trying to secretly collaborate with both the brothers and Crowley while fighting a civil war in heaven. Full of doubt, he prays to God to tell him if he's on the right path. 10 of Bones represents the feeling of being exhausted by heavy burdens. This card advises you to make sure the responsibilities you're choosing to take on are really yours to carry. 10 of Wands burden. The only problem is like if you are fulfilling somebody else's duty. Are you doing somebody else's job for them? Are you being a substitute? Are you being a guinea pig? Even if you're feeling like a guinea pig, drop that. You have personal authority here. You have personal authority here, okay? Focus on what you have to do, what your role is in the collective, what your role is. Each and every one of us has been placed here to do one thing, exact one thing, and also there are fringe benefits. Also, you get to do some other things that come along with that main thing. What's driving that? The main purpose. What's driving that? So if you're feeling like you're having to pick up the slack, look at the team, look at the spread that you have here. Okay, you literally have God level abilities. You have catch, support, all technical support, whatever you can imagine. Catch has it. Naomi, no matter how brutal and how disagreeable she is, nobody questions her authority. And as we know, Crowley, when Cain shows him his dark mark, he starts praying. Crowley starts praying. Okay, so there are people with very, very strong personal authority. Now, this angel is not supposed to think about material world gain, but by actually showcasing, by actually practicing her faith healing as a business, she's showing people how they can actually contribute. If they do not have any way of contributing to the world by making something or providing a service, a tangible service or product or something that is already being done in the mainstream, because there's already a lot of people who's doing that. So if you're going to start some faith-based thing, She actually opens up the eyes of humanity to the possibility of making ends meet, being financially independent, self-sufficient, by practicing your faith, by practicing spirituality. This is normalizing something for you. So if you are feeling like leaving and doing something else, you're going to be rerouted so fast. You're going to get a headache, a migraine, whiplash, psychic headache. So if taking a detour, if actually leaving what you are supposed to be doing all your life and doing something else in the meanwhile, this is very fringe, okay? This, whatever you're doing long term, is very fringe. You might feel that you've lost it and you're crazy for doing this, but look at the backup. We have Cain, Crowley, God, Chuck, Ketch, Naomi. We have the business angel. We have Six of Pentacles. This is what you're meant to do. And there are some other things you're supposed to do along with that as well. So each and every one, like let's say somebody is supposed to be a doctor, somebody is supposed to be an engineer, somebody is supposed to be a lawyer, somebody is supposed to polish shoes, somebody is supposed, like literally somebody is supposed to be a cobbler, somebody is supposed to be a hairdresser, somebody is supposed to do this, a seamstress. Everybody is supposed to come here and put in their contribution through their occupation, their work. Even if they decide to do nothing, these are the kind of people who are going to be maintaining some sort of material world resources by taking it easy, by living a life of leisure, but also understanding the financial structure of things. Understanding the financial structure of it in the mainstream business sense, way commerce is run throughout the world. Understanding commerce is very, very essential, because you're going to be called in to teach people on how to maintain harmony, balance, camaraderie in the financial structure. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, peace in that, and we lock it in permanently. So nobody be fighting about money. That is the main message here. So y'all are going to, through your life, show that it's done fighting about money, business, property. It's over. Y'all are going to bring about that sort of a revolution. All right. So if you are carrying somebody else's burden and feeling good about it, just smack yourself upside your head and move along to your place of personal authority. Drop that baggage, dump that baggage, and move on. Move on. That was Castiel's worst point. That derailed his life so far away. He lost his personal authority. His story is of where he loses himself so far beyond. He goes into the empty and he comes back. That can't be good, you know. That can't be good. You've lost your personal authority. Not like, you know, you go through the dark night of the soul or the void, not that kind of a thing. He actually loses his personal authority over and over again, in spite of it being presented to him over and over again. He loses it. He completely becomes empty. He dies. He literally dies. He is just basically made out of celestial intent. He's just a wave of thought form. It's like intention. He's given that personal authority, and then he drops it many, many times. but that's his burden to bear. You are going to find people like him. You're going to observe that in so many people, but that's not the case with you. You are supposed to, this sort of a character will be presented to you in your life, or given to you to assist you, to help you, not to make them your role model. Okay, so do not try to imitate or wish for a life like the ones who are supposed to be your support team. Let them have their life and you have your life, right? For that matter, don't expect to have a life of anybody, because you are the creator of your reality. You are the creator of your reality. Of course, there are some things that are predestined, and you know that your intelligence will allow you to predict exactly what's in store for you in the future, right? It will. And at that point, when you have that revelation, up until that actual thing actually happens, that event actually happens, future event, you are going to need a lot of guidance. And here you're being asked to be self-guided and self-taught. Let's see. Chuck writes his own stories. He's written so many versions of this world, and Sam has been a part of all of them. And so let's read. Let's read about God. The magician. Just as Chuck is the ultimate source of almighty creative power, the wielder of the pen, God himself. The Magician Tarot card is a reminder to embrace your own infinite potential. The Magician is full of inspired action. You are the writer of your own story, and you can manifest the future you want for yourself if you concentrate and put decisive action and momentum behind your creative vision. I think this is going to be one of the most important readings that I will have done or will ever do in the future. I am going to possibly title it as such. Thank you so much for watching this and being here throughout this entire tarot reading. I will see you in the next one. I'm going to stop it here. See you tomorrow.